Eddies. Good morning, my name is Captain Tim Hunt. I'm the Assistant Operations Officer here at Boston Maps. I'd like to welcome everyone here this morning and just say it's an honor and a privilege for me to take part in the ceremony this morning. It's a big day for you guys. You're all shipping out to boot camp. All right, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I'm sure you're a little nervous, probably happy, excited, all that type of stuff too. It's a good experience, and I can remember it's about 8 years ago, maybe even longer now. I don't know. About 8 years ago, I think. And when I was standing where you are, so I can still remember it. Still remember the feelings and stuff. It's great that the family members could be here today to see them off and to wish them well. My family wasn't able to be there when I was shipping out. I don't know if you all have family here today, but if they're not, I'm sure wherever they are, they're thinking about you. You're in their thoughts and they're wishing you the best. I've been lucky enough throughout my career to have great support from my family. There's sometimes when you just need to make a call home and take your mind off things. If you're having a tough day or going through a difficult situation or whatever. And the good days definitely outweigh the bad ones in the military. But there's some days when it's tough. When you just don't feel like doing it anymore. Especially at boot camp, you'll get there. All right, but you just gotta get through it again. Call home, take your mind off it. Don't worry about it. Talk about I'm a Boston guy, so the Red Sox or the Patriots or whatever it might be. Talk to my mom about Labor Day barbecue or whatever's going on at home. Just take your mind off things with family. Tell them you love them and get ready to go back at it and get ready for the next day. All right, so again, it's great that the family members that are here today, they're showing their support and starting things off on the right foot. And I'd just like to ask if anybody in the audience has served in the military. Are there any veterans? Could you please raise your hand? All right, no vets in the room today. Sometimes we have a lot, sometimes we don't have any. But I always like to bring it up because it's a big thing. You guys are joining that part of that legacy now. Okay, it's a big brotherhood, a big sisterhood, a big family. We take care of each other, we look after each other, and you definitely have a connection. It doesn't matter if I meet somebody who served in World War II and went through boot camp, 50 years ago, or if I meet somebody who, just got out a few years ago, whatever it might be. You definitely have a connection whenever you meet a fellow veteran. It's a pretty cool thing. It's pretty special and pretty important. So you guys are becoming part of that today. All right, so make sure you carry on that tradition proudly. Do your best. Always have your head held high. Be very proud every time you put your uniform on. Okay, I feel it's a privilege to serve our country. Less than 1% of our citizens actually do it, actually serve in the military. So it's a pretty special group we're part of. All right, so you guys are joining that today. So definitely, like I said, keep your head up. Do the uniform proud and do your best every day. All right, next thing I want to talk about, the reason we're all here today. How do you guys feel? You ready?
Yes, sir.
Ready as you'll ever be, right? All right. Anybody nervous? Butterflies in the stomach? All right, that's normal too. It's definitely a nerve-wracking experience. You don't know what you're getting. Really know what you're getting into. Heard the horror stories and stuff like that. But it's gonna be okay. It's not that bad. It is tough. Okay, it's supposed to be tough. That's what we want it to be. But it's nothing you can't handle. All right, millions of people have made it through boot camp before. You're just as good as they are. If you just go down there with the right attitude, you work hard. Believe me, you guys will be just fine. Best advice I can give you is just be a good team player when you're down there. Get to know your classmates. Help each other out. Okay, because if you're doing a great job and you're getting everything, but the person next to you isn't, all right, then you're not really doing your job, and you're going to get punished just like they are, okay? Because in the military, we do everything together. You're only as strong as your weakest link, all that type of stuff. All right, so if you guys, the class isn't bonding and you're not coming together and helping each other out, it's going to be a tough couple of weeks. All right, there's going to come a point where it clicks and you guys get it, all right, and then everything's going to get a lot easier. But the best way to bond with people, when you get the chance, talk to them, ask them where they're from, what their family's like, all that type of stuff, okay? That's how you bond with people. Like I said, just look out for each other, take care of each other. Before you know it, 8 or 9 weeks will have gone by, you'll be standing there at graduation, and that's a good feeling. All right, next thing I want to talk about, once you guys get through with boot camp and you get to your first duty station, it's going to be a chance for you to take advantage of some of your benefits, okay? What I'm talking about here is college education. All right, the military is going to pay for it, so please do take advantage of that. If you're at a larger base, there's probably a local college that has a satellite campus right there. On the base, you can go take night classes, you can take online classes. But wherever you go in life, college education is going to help you out. All right, especially with military training on your resume. If you get out after a couple of years, you have both of those things in education and military. It's going to open a lot of doors for you when it comes time to look for a job. All right, so take advantage of it. The military is going to pay for it. It's going to be a civilian education counselor, either assigned to your unit or somewhere on base who can help you out, study for the SATs, write college application essays, all that type of stuff. So really, I strongly encourage you. And if you stay in the military, you do 20 years, college education helps you get promoted much quicker. If you ever want to become an officer, if you want to stand up here and talk to people one day like I am, you got to have a bachelor's degree. All right, and like I said, the best thing is they're going to pay for it. All right, so please take advantage of it. Even if you start knocking out just one class a semester, you'll be surprised after 3 or 4 years, how far you've come. So, take advantage of it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you this morning. Without further ado, we'll get going. Alright, I'm going to call them to the position of attention in a moment. We'll conduct the oath. Please, family members, feel free to come up front, while we're going through this. Snap a photo, of your loved one if you'd like to. Okay, first two questions for everyone. Have you been briefed on and do you understand the Department of Defense applicant briefing on separation policy and restrictions on personal conduct in the armed forces in the Uniform Code of Military Justice, Articles 83, 85, and 86?
Yes, sir.
Does anyone have any questions or reservations to enlisting at this time?
No, sir.
Group, attention! Raise your right hands and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Captain Johnson,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and that I will obey the orders
and that I will obey the orders
of the President of the United
of
States
the President of the United
and
States
the orders of the officers
and the orders of the officers
appointed over me,
appointed over me,
according to regulations
according to regulations
in the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
You can lower your hands. Congratulations. Okay, I'm going to take them in the other room for a moment. We'll do some quick paperwork on the computer. Once you're done with me, if your family's here, you can come back in this room and snap a couple photos if you'd like. Alright, once you're done with that, go to the front desk and check out. Alright, when they go to the front desk, family members, you guys can head back to the cafeteria and they can come join you and hang out until about 10 past 11. Alright, at that point you got to say your goodbyes and then report to classroom B for your travel briefing. Everybody got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, alright, thank you very much. Okay, follow me into this room, take a seat behind one of the desks.